Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Rivera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety for the 12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Pulling
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Hebert. They just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
embarrassing that Arizona has a chance to go bowling, and the coach this week had to beg people to say, please come out to the game. What is it, Tucson? A year ago, like, oh, this team stinks and this is embarrassing. I get it. But they've put themselves in a position. They win against Washington State, a winnable game. It's going to be a tough game, but it's a winnable game. And then you beat Arizona State, and you're going to go to a bowl game. Okay, what more do you want? What is it? Because if you don't show up for this, then I don't want to hear any more of your nonsense. I don't want to hear anybody ever complain about the football program again. If you're not going to get out there and support them when they need it, then quite honestly, I'm done with you. If you're that guy who's standing out there just complaining, and you're on message boards, and you're on Twitter, and you're on social media, and you're banging on this team, and you're complaining, but you don't show up on Saturday, to heck with you. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's go to Paul in Phoenix. He's the biggest Wildcat fan I know. You're next on Wildcats Radio. Well, I'm not that. Hold on. I'm still introducing you. Paul in Phoenix. Yeah, will you stop? Let me do this properly. My bosses are listening. 520-848-1290. Let's go to the phones and talk to one of the best Wildcat callers of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together. We welcome Paul from Phoenix on the Wildcats Radio 1290. Stop breathing into the phone. That sounds creepy. Okay. Man alive!
Rich.
It's like I'm playing. I feel like Billy Bob Thornton in Tombstone when he's yelling at the piano player. It's like I'm playing cards with my kids.
Rich, bear down. And you know what? A long time no talk. How are we doing? I'm still. What am I doing right now, Rich? What am I still doing from Saturday? What am I still doing?
Smiling.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell all the folks in Tucson. It's simple. It's 520. It's 621. It's 2287. If you call and you don't want to go to the game, you can easily, for probably anywhere from $10 to $15 per ticket, you could send two military folks to the game. If you call I guarantee it, if you call the ticket office right now and say, I'll buy them, but can you please make sure they go to the military? They would take your money and say, absolutely, we'll make sure two more military folks get to go. That would be a wonderful thing. It's Military Appreciation Day tomorrow, a flyover.
Come on. It doesn't get better than that,
Gorgeous.
right?
Gorgeous day.
Right?
Exactly. And you know what, Rich? Yeah, I guess the thing is, I'm still smiling. Earlier in the week, I didn't have a chance to call you.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Where have you been?
I know. I've you know what? You won't even believe it. You know, the guy with the visually impaired guy. I've been coaching fifth grade basketball, helping out as an assistant. So I'm trying to do my good deed for society out here, and I love doing it.
And how are you doing with that?
It was great exercise. You know, doing okay. Fifth graders are like herding cats.
Yes.
It's kind of tough to keep them in order, but that's okay. I loved it, and I'll tell you right now, I'm going back again for more on Monday, so that's a good thing.
Okay, I like that then.
But I will say this, okay? This game, and I do want to talk about UCLA, but this game, like you said, it is the one-game thing. Let's beat Washington State, and then I have an idea, because I'm going to call you. If we win, I'm calling you on Saturday on the way back on the bus,
yes.
Okay, tomorrow, and I have an idea, and the people are choosing me like, he has just lost it. He's off his rocker. Don't ever let this idiot call him. But I have an idea, and I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. I'll share it with you tomorrow when I come see you, okay?
Okay.
But here's the thing. I really think this team and these fans, folks, do you guys realize that it's not until next September, okay, that you'll get to see a team with this type of camaraderie? I have not seen it since the Tomey days. I really have. I didn't see it. Never. Makovic, no. Stoops, no. Sumlin, no. Rodriguez, no. Didn't see it. I saw it with Dick Tomey. Folks, that was 1998, 99, 2000. It's been 20-plus years. This team plays for these coaches, okay? And you know what? Us as fans, folks, this is cheaper than a movie. I'm sorry, but it's cheaper than a movie. Let's get out there and enjoy it. Nice weather tomorrow, noon kickoff, breakfast with the Wildcats, and you're home in time for dinner. You will be home in time for dinner. If you live in Tucson, if you get late, if you're home late for dinner tomorrow night, it's because you stopped off at the local establishment and you're sitting there with Rich enjoying a cold one. So
exactly,
just trust me on this.
Come on,
go to the game and enjoy it. Enjoy it, folks. Keys to the game tomorrow. Keys to the game. You've got to stop Washington State from doing some of those fluky, I'm going to say fluky, offensive plays that they get away with on every game I've watched them play. I've only watched a few, and I was like, oh, they got away, and they popped a big run or a big pass.
It's a
and
weird.
If we could
it's
somehow
a weird
avoid
team.
that.
It's a weird team because
It's a weird. They are
because they run a spread, but they run out of that spread.
Yep.
So it's not a spread that they're going to be chucking the ball down the field. Now Cam Ward still. He was supposed to be the all-impact guy coming in, but they run the ball more than anything else. But it's a defensive-minded team. Dickert is a defensive coach, so it's interesting they run a spread.
Yep.
Normally, if you run a spread, you get a guy like a mad genius like Steve Spurrier running a spread.
Yep.
But when you have a spread offense run by a defensive coach, it just looks a little different.
Yeah, but don't you think that the coaches for Washington State, the ones that are left over from the previous regime, are going to say, guys, that number 7 across the way there, he left us. He left you guys. Let's go after him. Not to hurt him. By no means that's not it. But let's go after him and let's yank him to the ground. And that's where Jaden has lots of resources. We have running backs. I don't know. Maybe you have a status for me on Jonah. Oh, my goodness. I just went brain. Jonah, the running back. Jeez Louise. I'm drawing a blank. Thank you, Jonah Coleman. And
I'm here
and
I'm here all week. Please tip your waiter.
Okay, thank you very much. But we need all 3 of our running backs tomorrow. We're going to need them all. And I think that's the important thing.
I will say this, Jed needs to call their number. Jed needs to take
absolutely.
Jed needs to take one drive and I want it to be early to let that young offensive line. Jordan Morgan's out for the rest of the season. We have we have freshmen in there. We got younger offensive linemen in there. Jed, please, I'm begging you, run the dang ball. And give those offensive linemen.
Run it down their throat. Exactly.
We'll give those offensive linemen. I don't know if I need them to run it down their throat each and every time, but I want them to run the dang ball so you get the opportunity for those offensive linemen to fire off the ball, to get some confidence, to get them back on their heels instead of young offensive linemen automatically rocking back in their stance. If you've ever seen the movie Any Given Sunday, there's a part in there where they're teaching the young players, well, you know what? If their knuckles are white, they're leaning forward, they're coming. If their knuckles are red and they get blood flow in there, that means they're going to be rocking back to pass defense.
They're leaning back.
They're leaning back. Give those young offensive linemen an opportunity to fire off the ball, get in somebody's chili, get in somebody's face, blast off, hit somebody, and not be on their heels the entire time. You saw the difference that it made in the game against UCLA when they were firing off the ball. They weren't running the ball all that much, but they committed to it, and the UCLA Bruins weren't able just to pin their ears back and come after Jaden DeLora. Now, what you said about Jaden DeLora is important. Jaden DeLora, the only person that's going to beat Jaden DeLora tomorrow is Jaden DeLora. Jaden DeLora needs to play a clean game. He needs to be this is what I'm going to say tomorrow on the pregame show. Jaden DeLora's worst enemy is going to be Jaden DeLora. He's got to treat this like every other game, meaning he's got to repeat what he did against UCLA. I told you this. You know the story of Icarus, the Greek god that had wax wings, and he could fly around with those wax wings everywhere. But if he went too high and he got too close to the sun, he got burnt and he came crashing to the ground. It's like the red line on your car. Once you get to that red line, I might be able to push my car to that red line every once in a while, but if I push it past, I'm going to blow that engine. Jaden DeLora, get as close as you can to that red line against Washington State, but don't throw a pass where it doesn't belong. Don't play hero ball. Play under control. You do that, you got a chance to beat Arizona State to go to a bowl game.
Folks, this is Rich's Analogy Corner right here, and you just heard it. Rich, that's why I love you, because you know what? That's exactly what we needed to hear. So let me switch gears then. Let me tell you this. I'm sitting here thinking about this whole UCLA thing, and okay, so there's lots of what ifs, right? If they tell UCLA, well, you can't really leave yet, and UCLA says, okay, we'll stay for 4 years, we'll stay. And then 4 years from now, they do this nonsense and get offered again, and they leave again, or they try to leave, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But what about And I know the money is so good for Rutgers and for Maryland because they're part of the Big Ten, right?
Right.
Okay? But what about their student athletes that are not football players? Are they having a little secret vote saying, hey, Coach, do we have to fly all the way to Pasadena or Westwood to do a track meet or to play a whatever other sport? Do we have to do that? That's a 5-hour flight and then some. Blah blah blah. Is there any consideration? And I know there won't be. Go ahead.
No, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I know they don't.
So
You're
here's
right.
the deal.
They don't care.
Here's the deal. Here's where the Big
Yeah.
Ten, SEC, everybody else gets it right. We at the Pac-12 have our head in the sand. The only thing that matters when it comes to funding these sports is football. Period.
Yeah, I know.
I was surprised because I was like, whoa, hey, Arizona's basketball school. Bob Thompson, when we had him on, the former president of Fox Sports, I worked at Fox Sports. I'm a Fox Sports alum. I worked there right on Pico and Motor, and I would drive into the Fox lot every day, and I'd park by the way, we had valets on a daily basis, so I just rolled up to the front, threw my keys to the valet, and he parked my ride for me, and I would get
that
in the
gremlin, dropped off that gremlin.
Dropped off that gremlin, man. I had Jim Rome's old XTR40 or whatever that's called. But we would roll in there, and I was in the same building as the Fox NFL Sunday show and the Fox baseball show.
Oh.
We go to the commissary right next door, and we'd see actors and actresses and JB and Howie and Terry and all of those. And our radio studios were right there on the lot, on the Fox lot. They had the New York scene from NYPD Blue. So my in-laws came to visit me. They didn't believe I worked in Hollywood. We drove onto the lot, and they're like, "Wow, you really do work in Hollywood." I said, "You're darn right I do." And I let him go.
Rich has arrived.
Yeah, Rich has arrived. Listen, my mother-in-law didn't think I was good enough for her daughter. You know how I convinced her? I got Sean McDonough. It was my future mother-in-law's birthday. This is a true story. Yeah. She kept saying, "Come on, you could do so much better than him." And my mother-in-law was right. She could have done a lot better than me. But she was a huge Red Sox fan. The A's were playing the Red Sox, so I said, "Hey, Sean McDonough, I've started dating this girl. It's getting pretty serious. The mother doesn't like me because she thinks I'm kind of a goofball. Can you do me a favor and say happy birthday to her on the broadcast for the Boston Red Sox?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, no problem, Rich. I'll take care of you." So he said happy birthday to my mother-in-law. We convinced her to go to a sports bar to watch the game, and she's there with all of her friends. And all of a sudden, I think it was like the fourth inning, he goes, "Hey, by the way, Rich Herrera, one of the Oakland A's announcers, is dating a gal from New England, and his future maybe mother-in-law is listening. We wanted to wish her a happy birthday on behalf of all the Boston Red Sox." And she called and she goes, "He's okay. You can keep dating him."
That's classic. That's wonderful. Good for you, Rich. You are connected, my friend.
I try my best.
Connected.
I try my best. That's why I'm going to go see Adia tonight.
There you go. Okay, so you're not working a late night then on the national show.
No. In fact, they asked me to, and I said I can't because I got to be up at 5.
Oh, that's right. Hello.
Yeah, they wanted me to work tonight from till 4 a.m. They said, "Hey, can you do 12 to 4 a.m. sitting in tonight?" I said, "No, I got Arizona football." They go, "What time's your pregame show start?" I said 7:30. And they go, "Well, that'll give you 3 hours." I go, "No, I can't do the overnight." Then they said, "Hey, can you work Tuesday and Wednesday?" I go, "No, I got Arizona basketball." "Okay, right. Then can you work Thanksgiving night, and we'll get you off at 4. We'll get you done at 4 a.m." I go, "No, I got Territorial Cup." So I told them I couldn't do any shows this week. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something real quick. That there used to be 2 buses coming down from Phoenix with the U of A fans, and back in the Stoops and the Rodriguez days,
I remember
there were 2 buses coming down. Tomorrow there's only 1 bus, so I want to put that out there to you, the folks in Tucson who know people in Phoenix. I will be at the bus stop at 6:45 tomorrow morning, getting on the bus to go pick up other folks around the valley. A couple stops in Scottsdale.
Wait a minute. Okay, how many stops are on that bus?
Well, because it's a 1-busser, there's a total of 4.
Okay.
1 in Phoenix, Central Phoenix, Central Camelback, and then 1 way out in North Scottsdale.
No, where do you jump on the bus?
Where do I go? I get on. I have to be the first one, and in fact, thank goodness, and I'll free plug. Bon Voyage Travel has basically said we'll let you get on the bus by yourself with my other buddy who's going to get on with me, and the 2 of us are going to be unescorted, folks, to the next stop, which is at Outback Restaurant on the North Scottsdale, way out north. And then from there we go to another bar in South Scottsdale, and from there we go from South Scottsdale to Chandler Sandbar, and we pick up the last group, and on we go. And we should be there by 10 o'clock, if not 9:45, possibly in time for the Wildcat Walk.
Okay, so, and then Bon Voyage Travel puts that together?
Yes, they do. Bon Voyage Travel is sponsored with conjunction with University Athletics, and it is $25 round trip. It's the best $25 I've ever spent. Everybody else, I have my own adult beverages, my own meal. I do take care of myself, and it's the best thing I ever did. Those 8 o'clock at night games, sure, I get back into Phoenix at 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, but it is what it is.
I'd rather do that than drive.
Yeah, it's so much safer. I'm telling you, so much safer.
All right, so hats off. Hey, hats off to Ryan Hansen who puts all that together. Then.
Absolutely, hats off to all those guys.
All right,
hey,
good job, Rhino.
Rich, bear down. I'll try to come visit you, say hi to you tomorrow. But if we win tomorrow, I hope we win. When we win, I have something special to offer you tomorrow afternoon on the bus ride home. And I think you're going to laugh at me and go, Paul, you are the most ridiculous person. But if we can make it happen, how funny would it be? I'm going to leave you with that.
Now I'm going to have to be sitting here waiting to see what you have to say.
We better win. That's
there
right.
you go.
That's right.
All right, buddy,
okay,
get out of here. Love you. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye. Bye.
We'll continue it. That was just an exercise in ridiculousness. But thanks for listening.
Paul.
We love Paul. We really do. He is what this is all about.
He helps us keep the lights on over here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. A little behind schedule, so let me catch up. We'll talk with Glenn Howell coming up 5:15 here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. It is good. Backfield and drop. No gain. Loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berrios. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety.
Wildcats Radio 1290.
Yes, the one, the only Wildcats Radio 1290. I'm here with my posse, with everybody hanging out with us. Some new friends, some old friends, lots of people we've seen before, some introverts, some very friendly people, some people that are looking to meet other people, some people dressed incredibly impeccable, some people dressing like slobs. Some very interesting people joining us today for the program. Brandon over here.
Sounds like a college campus.
Brandon's looking at me like, Herrera, will you shut up? Brandon's over here. The promo crew just gets, they're stuck with me for so long that they just like JW. Like JW is going to get more Rich Herrera than he's ever asked for before in his entire life this week, between last night, today, and then everything else we have going on this week.
But we got Kelvin as a buffer, and then you and Glenn and Kelvin will be doing most of the heavy lifting tomorrow.
Oh.
But for basketball, at least we got Kelvin in between us, so we don't come to blows.
No, because I know my place. I'm just there to facilitate the conversation. You're the historian. He's the player. I'm just there to make sure that we read all the commercials.
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job.
I think we do an awfully good job. So just a reminder, we'll have Arizona basketball for you coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No local show. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll have Arizona basketball. Thursday, no local show because we'll have the triple header of the National Football League, the traditional Cowboys game, the traditional Lions game. I don't know why. I asked that on the network. I think I got in a little bit in trouble because the folks at the network didn't appreciate me questioning, why do I have to get stuck watching the Cowboys and the Lions on Thanksgiving? Aren't there better teams?
Didn't it make a ton of sense like 35, 40 years ago before cable television and satellite television existed? Like it made sense to have those teams play every single Thanksgiving. But now I don't know. It's like the whole concept of the bowl games, Rich. I mean, there's so many traditionalists who will never want the Cotton Bowl or the Rose Bowl to ever change. But at some point, like a lot of those reasons why they were put together, don't really apply. They're not applicable anymore.
Because it used to be good enough for us to have a mythical national championship. And all of a sudden, everybody in their rock and roll music and their long hair all want to make sure you have a college football playoff. And I can't have a mythical national championship because I can't stand there and debate. That was the fun part of the mythical national championship. I could crown you my national champion, and then we have a debate. It didn't make it any worse, but all of a sudden, somebody goes, I need to know for sure. Why?
There's something about an opinion, Rich Herrera, that you can't prove. Like an opinion about which 9-1 team in 1984 is deserving of a trophy.
That's why we have
right?
sports radio, so we got to argue and talk about these things.
There's
now,
no answer to that question.
Nobody wants to just give me an opinion. It's kind of sad. I liked it when we got to debate. Not everybody got mad and wanted to get into a fist fight by the time we were done. It's easy. Just say, go ahead.
Now you get to watch Alabama and Clemson and, the same teams play every single year in the football playoffs. So that's what you get now.
I've said that forever. I had a coach tell me, he goes, Rich, you know what's going to happen? The rich are going to get richer, the poor are going to get poorer. And he was right. Is Boise State played in the national championship? Nope. Has Boise State got close to the college football playoff? Nope. Boise State was the poster child why we needed to have a college football playoff, because Boise State won and they went undefeated. They deserve to get a chance to play in their national championship. That's why we did have a college football championship, because Boise State's always getting screwed over. All right, well, now we've changed it, so Boise State, everybody that wanted to talk about Boise State, have they gotten any better? No, they've gotten worse. Why? Because the better teams get better. Has Alabama gotten better or worse during the college football playoff compared to before they got around to doing this college football playoff? The answer is Alabama got better. Clemson got better. The best teams got better, and the rest had a gulf in between them the size of the Grand Canyon, and it will continue to be so.
Rich, also, these last 24 months, NIL money is not going to help those small schools either, because the bigger schools will always have more appeal. You're going to get more exposure, and so therefore NIL money will be there more easier to access. So I don't know that NIL situation is even going to help the smaller schools to compete. And that's kind of the idea, is that there's more of an even landscape. But you're right. I mean, the rich get richer.
The rich get richer, and the poor get poor. And then I see people walking. My nephew and niece are walking back. If you're watching on the stream, that's why I'm waving at them. Hi, guys. Oh, they just went to the bookstore, and it looks like they bought half the bookstore. Did you guys bring me anything? Did you get me anything? No, you know what? They went to Tombstone and didn't like it. They didn't know
didn't they?
Didn't know anything.
Dusty.
No, they didn't know anything. They didn't understand any of the cowboy lore. They're New Englanders.
Yeah, there's not a lot of mystique about the cowboy of the 1800s when you grew up in New England.
If you grew up in New England around, their entire town is just nothing but history.
Ask them if they've ever seen a single Western movie. How's that?
No, I tried to make them watch Tombstone, and they were like, okay, I don't get it. Who are all these people, and why are they shooting each other? I go, it's a cowboy movie. They're like, yeah, we don't get cowboys. They're from New England. What am I going to tell you?
Yeah, New Englanders don't like cowboys, actually. So that's a football thing, I think.
You know what? Maybe that's what it is. All right, coming up in the next hour, we're going to talk with Glenn Howell. That's going to be important, right? Because we're going to get ready for football coming up on Saturday morning. We'll be on the air with you at 7:30. So, JW, better get up early. I'm going to get up early.
I always do.
I'm probably going to leave Whiskey Roads early tonight so I could be there, so I could be home to get some sleep, to be there in time to do the pregame show tomorrow.
That's responsible of you, Rich.
I think that's pretty big. Of me, that I'm going to make sure that I'm there in time to do our pregame show. That's my promise to you. I'm not going to go out all night hanging out at Whiskey Roads. Isn't that nice of me?
Yeah, I think Glenn will appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, Glenn and Kelvin will get excited because I will actually be there on time and ready to go to do our pregame show. That's the kind of host I am.
I think Glenn and Kelvin will be excited because It's an Arizona football game, Rich. I think Glenn and Kelvin are always excited whenever the Arizona football team is playing.
They are. They absolutely are. All right. You know why I'm vamping here, don't you? Folks, that's called it's show business vamping when I'm just kind of babbling on and on and on. I know it sounds like the regular radio show, but I'm doing it for a reason today because I have to get to this mark of the program right now because guess what it's time for?
The Wildcats Radio 1290 box office is now open.
You feel that right away. It's just refreshing.
With tickets to ball games, concerts, movies,
Surely you can't be serious.
and more.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Start calling at 520-848-1290 to win. Good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290. What do we have to give away today, boys and girls?
We have a $100 gift card, Rich.
For
Brother John's beer, bourbon, and barbecue.
And barbecue. Come on. That's a pretty good prize to give away, right? All right.
Caller 10, was it?
No, we got to go bigger than that.
All right, pick a number.
15.
All right, 15.
15. Caller number 15 right now. Call into the show. And if you call in as caller number 15, you will win a $100 gift card for Brother John's beer, bourbon, and barbecue. We'll take caller number 15 right now. Number for you to call in is 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Caller number 15 right now wins the tickets. Oh, that's going to be good. You are absolutely going to love it. So caller number 15 right now at 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. You will win the tickets to see. You will win right now your opportunity to get a $100 gift card to Brother John's beer, bourbon, and barbecue. Right here from your friends at Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the